Hello tubers, welcome back. I'm going to be working on a piece of art here that I just want to spot color separate, but it has these gradients in it, if you can see along this right edge. Control plus to zoom in on that and grab my hand, and you can see this little drop shadow going on here. And if I try to print that black, it's just going to be a solid black blob and I won't get that nice feathered edge, along with the fact, control minus, that I don't want to make a whole plate for these two small little triangles here, because I just want a red plate. I want a yellow one, purple, black, and white. That's it. I don't want to make a maroon plate. So in order to achieve a little tweak, I'm gonna add this to my halftone, my black halftone, and make this little dots that just overlay this color of red. We'll give it that effect of that shadow. So to start, I'm just going to make my halftone first. So I'm going to select my magic wand tool. I'm going to check contiguous because I don't want it to select anything inside here, just what's out. Oops, there we go. Just the outside. And what I want to do with these triangles is just make them into dots too. So I'm going to right click and copy that layer via copy. Okay, I'm done with the original artwork for now. We'll come back to it later. I'm going to get it out of the way and just focus on my halftone. Now everything needs to be the same color, so I'm going to go up to image mode, grayscale. That's what a halftone is just a grayscale image broken down into dots. So now we can't work with any color or anything, so this is going to be more of a tint effect. I'm just going to select this marquee tool to select these two little triangles, because if I made this halftone now, these would end up being real dark and just probably overpowering the red, and I don't want solid black in that area. I want a nice just tint to maybe just overlay it and just pop a little shadow color. So here I can adjust the tone. You can see this box going from black to white. I just barely want it above white, maybe 10% tint. And I'm going to grab the fill bucket and I'm going to go ahead and fill that in with the 10% tint. Now it grabs both of them, and now you can see that you can barely see them. Let me select the marquee tool and just click to get that off the screen, and now you can barely see those gray little things we just made. Okay, so now we're ready to make this a halftone, because this is a nice gradient as it is. I don't need to mess with that. So we're going to go up to image mode, bitmap, flatten layers. Okay, my output resolution I want high because I want my dots to look crisp. If it's a low 300 resolution or 5.4, whatever, the dots kind of look pixelated, and they don't look like dots. They look like all kind of different shapes, and I just want straight circles. So the higher output you go, the better circle. Sometimes I'll even kick it up to 3000 or whatever I need to do to get a nice fine dot. But 1440 will work for this gradient, or 1500, whatever you want to do. Just make it high. Play with the numbers till you like what you see. Frequency 65 is fine. You can go from, usually average I guess is from 50 to 85, somewhere in there. Find what you like. If you don't like it, redo it. Angle 25 degrees is fine. 45 degrees is fine. Whatever you like. Elliptical dot, okay. And you can see now that we have a nice halftone going on. The dots look like circles, and you see these little black dots are just going to overlay that nice red that we're going to print. Now it left us with this white background that we got to get. Actually, we're going to get rid of all the white because I just want the black. I just want the dots. I don't want any of this white. We're going to separate that out of the other image. So in order to do that, I'm going to have to go up to image mode, because you can't edit a bitmap. You can't take your magic eraser and you get a big no. Change it back to grayscale, and now you can work on your file. And I'm just going to leave this all the same. It's fine. I'm just getting rid of the white. One click, it's gone. Just like that. As easy as that. Now you can see these little dots that are going to print just to overlay that red. It'll give it just a little shadow effect, if you know what I'm saying, man. Okay, we're done with this. Did I set the image size? Probably not. I always forget to do that. Okay, this is going to print on a left chest, so it's going to be 3.5 inches. And I'll leave that at gradients. That's fine. Okay. Now I'm just going to save this as a standard old PNG file. Save as, or I might be able to do this. Let me just leave that there, and I'll open up the artwork we're going to try to separate. Well, it won't because it's named the same. So let me just save this as something different. I'll save it on my desktop, and I'll just call this HT for halftone. Okay. I should have named it here halftone, but it didn't. I'm just going to close this out. And I'm going to open my original artwork. Just here. Okay. Now I'm going ahead. I'm going to go ahead and separate this black first. And then I'm going to add the halftone to the black plate there. So uncheck contiguous so I can select all the black at once. Oops. Hold on a second, Charlie. Check contiguous because I got to delete this shadow. We don't want that there anymore. I already made that shadow into a nice halftone that's going to print very well. Okay, that's gone. Now I can uncheck contiguous. Check my black. Right click, select similar. Right click, new layer via copy. And there's just our text there. Now I can bring in the halftone we just created. And what I'll do there is just drag it into what's already here. So I'm not sure which one it was. Looks like I got two of them. And that one. Oh, okay. Wait a minute now. See, I told you I always forget to resize the image. Bear with me now here for 1 second while I go to image size, inches 3.5. This is where I get into trouble with this stuff. Gotta make sure your image's size and your resolution is set to as high as you can get it so you can get the best print. There, now we fit in there. Okay. Enter to place that. Now I have these two layers. They're both different. One's got the halftone, one doesn't. So with the eye selected, I go to this tab here and I hit merge visible. What it's going to do is merge the layers that have the eyes selected that are visible together into one. And now I have my black plate. So I'm just going to name that black. And that's all going to be on one piece of film, one screen, or one plate for the press, whatever you're doing, offset or screen print. I don't know what all this junk is. Get out of here. Oh my goodness. Sorry about that. Okay, anyway. Back to the separations. It's going to be the same as before, same as we've always been doing. Just going to left click, right click, similar, right click, layer copy. There's the white plate. Yellow, left click, right click, back to the artwork. Left click, right click, similar, layer copy. There's our yellow plate. Back to the art. Now for the red plate, I want this all the same color. So if I just press that, it's not selecting my little triangles there, if you can see there. So I gotta hold shift, left click, and now it has selected everything as one red thing. So right click similar, right click, copy. Let's have a look at that. So now this will all print out in one solid thing. And one last color to go here is going to be the purple. Back to the art, left click, right click, similar, right click, layer copy. Okay, we're done. I'm going to go ahead and, well, I'm going to need a white base, so keep the original artwork for that white base. And what I'm going to do is just come in here. I know what I'll do is I'll use the white, make this easier since we already got a white. And I'll just fill all this in solid white. I'll make a duplicate layer of this. So I'm going to get rid of the original artwork. I don't need it anymore. It's in my way. Less to confuse me. Select the white. I'm going to right click and duplicate that layer. And I'll just name this white base. In case you're printing on a dark shirt, you need a white base. I'm an offset printer, so I don't need a white base for nothing. My paper is always white usually. And we'll just check that, and let's go ahead and just fill it in all white. Get my color. White is just FFF, FFF. That's white. As white as white can be, and just, oops, oh, don't want to do that. Now if we check contiguous, it'll only fill in what's the bounding areas. And man, everything will be sweet. If it'll fill this in, it would be sweet. Like on the small stuff, I come in and take my paintbrush and just ramp up the brush size. Makes it easier than having to try to click in all those little areas. The fill bucket works good on the big areas though. I just go over everything. There you have it, the white base. I'm going to go ahead and put that on the bottom of everything so we can still see what's on top of it. Now you might not even need this white anymore because the white base, but if you're not doing dark shirts, you won't need this white base, you'll just need the white plate. We'll do them all anyway. So let's have a look. And of course, now I can tell by looking at this that it's just one stroke that needs to happen to spread everything together to make everything touching. So to make things easy on myself, it's time to print all these out in black. So for the white base, effects, color overlay, color, drag that all the way down like that, is black. Okay, so now if we look at the white plate, we're printing that out on the film as all black. I'm just going to copy this layer style and make all these black just like we did with this. It's just easier than going here, color overlay, black, blah, blah, blah. Oops, well I just did it anyway. Let me go back and I'll go here while I'm here and just do this one, but okay. So instead of doing that, see, it's all black now. I'm just gonna come here, copy the layer style, come here, right click, paste layer style. Now that's gonna be all black. See our red plate, our triangles are gone. This is all gonna print red, and the black is gonna sit over top of the red. Same with the yellow, just gonna paste that and go all through all these and just paste that layer style in each one of my layers. Now they're all ready to go. If I look at it all now, I can see that, well, without the white base anyway, we don't want any of these white lines. Those are the chokes that are happening where the colors aren't quite bumping up. So I'm just going to go ahead and, I guess I could have done this to begin with, but I don't want to add a stroke to the white base. If I stroke all these, it'll override the white base by 1 pixel and keep my white base nice and tucked in away from these other colors, because I don't want my white base that may come out past other colors, and keep it shrunk in a little bit. Okay, so only for my color layers, my main layers, I'm going to add a stroke. So I'll start with the black. Well, black doesn't need a stroke because it's just the dots and the text. It's not buttoned up tight to get against anything like the rest of these colors. Like the yellow needs to fit nice into here and snug, and same with the reds, not snug. So I'm just going to add a stroke to white, yellow, red, and purple. So on the white, I go to Effect, Stroke, and I'm going to make that 1 pixel. That's all I'm going to need. And that's fine, we want it all black. So I'm just going to copy this layer style, go to the yellow, I'm going to paste that layer style, go to the red, I'm going to right click and paste that layer style, and same with the purple. And now you can see everything is tight, no gaps, no boo-boos, everything is sweet, perfectly registered. And that's it. Go ahead and print it. Select one eye at a time. So start with your black or whatever you have. File, print, Control P. Same thing we've been going through in all these tutorials that I've been making lately. Check your crop marks and print. Black. Get out of here. And that's it. Select your next channel, go to File, Print, set your printer up, pick your printer, put your film in the machine. Next color, uncheck, print. Next color, uncheck, print that one. Next color, uncheck, print. Next color, uncheck, print. That's it. Everything's sweet. See, everything's selected, no white gaps anywhere, and we'll have that nice halftone to overlay those shadows. If you ever run across artwork that has some of these drop shadows or gradients and you just want a nice solid spot color separation, don't want to have to break it all into dots just to get that little shadow, that's a little trick you can do. Hope you enjoyed this video. We'll see you next time. Aloha.